In this video, we will see three important things in the query editor. The first of all, we will see about the append queries. Then second is we will work with some columns, we will remove some columns, we will rename columns. And then third, we will see about the replacing values. Based on the data means we can find some data and then it can be replaced with some other values just to clean our data. First of all, let's see what is append queries. Before we see practically append queries, let's try to see theoretically what is append query. Let's see, we do have these two columns which is having company name and revenue, and then company this is a table A and this is a table B. Basically these three columns are there, and when we say append queries, then means it should be like this data can be added here like this. You can see this is, that means if you have two tables or two queries, we will merge, we will just make that as a one query, that is append queries. And this is very useful when we have to combine the different data, because there are different data sources from where the data comes, and then we need to have that in a single query so that it will be helpful to create our visualizations. Let's try to see practically how we can implement this. Now we already have three queries which we have created in our query editor interface, where it is a population from 1950 to 2100. You can see, and we what we can do, we will append these three tables into one. Let's see how to do it. Just click on the first table and then you have in the home ribbon this option append queries. There is another option as well, append queries and append queries as new. Means append queries will just make existing table and it will just add this second table into it. That means when we say append queries directly uh, in the first table, the second table will get added. This is not we needed as of now. We wanted to make it as append query as new, means we are making a third table where we will be appending two tables. Like you can see the two tables or three tables as well. So three tables also we can add these three tables at once. However, let's try to see this first table. First table is the first we have selected. The second table we are going to select this table. Now when we click on OK, now you can see this third table is got created, and this is the third table which is having the data. Now if you wanted to check this data, means let's see, means this data should be uh, till 2049. You can see this is the data from 1950 to 2049. We have appended two queries, the first one and second one. Now we wanted to add a third table as well, so we will keep this as, and then we will just click on directly. We will not create a separate table now. We will just existing third table will add the other table. Like just click on this append queries, and when we click on this append query, just notice that this exclamation mark here, that means we are working with this table. Now we can make it two or three tables, but let's try to see. Just we wanted to add a third table, which is this one, and just click on OK. Now you can see appended query. Now when if you wanted to see whether this is really appended or not, just go to this data and let's try to see starting from 1950 to 2100. So this is something which is we have this data. Now this is what we have appended the data. That means all the data in a single table or a single query we got it, and now this table only we can use it going forward for our visualizations and other things. So we will rename this table as combined. That means this three tables data is combined into this fourth table, which is combined one. You can see the steps applied. The source is nothing but this one. You can see this source is, if you just click on this source, then this will have data from 1950 to only 2049, that first two. And then appended query is third. That means we have all the three tables data. So this is the things which we can do with this append query. This is very useful when we have multiple tables and when we have multiple data sources, like some data is coming from one location, some data is coming from other location, but that we all need to combine. and make it as one query. So at that time this feature is very useful. Now the second thing we will see now, like we have these tables, we have these columns, different columns. I think we need to rename it properly, and we need to see all the columns we if we need or not. Now we can see this age group is fine. Age group start, I think this is all zero and we don't need this. So we can remove this. You can remove this column from directly right click on here, remove, or else we have this home ribbon option as well, where we can say remove columns. Just click on this remove columns, and then age group span as well. I don't think this is required, and we will just remove this as well from here, just from here. Now we will see this is all we have in terms of the data. We will just rename this because I don't think means this is looks that meaningful. So location ID is nothing but we can say country ID. Location is fine, or maybe it is a country. You can say country. This time is nothing, not meaningful to this year because this is a year. So let's make it as a year. This is age group. Let's make it as age group. We can make it as a population male. Will we make as population female? And the last column is population. All right. We do have meaningful column names now, and we have all the proper data. We will see means if there is anything data like we don't have anything which is unwanted data. We have already filtered out some of the data which is unexpected like NA. So this looks good, and we can see the steps applied like source, appended query, removed columns, and renamed columns. Now the third thing which we wanted to see is replace function. Whenever we have like data, whenever we are getting some data from any source files, it quite possible that there will the source data may be not that clean. That means there will be some data issues. It will not be possible that it will come in a same format. So that we need to select. Okay, to find the replace function, we will see means how to use replace function and where it can be useful. Let's try to see one of the column here, which is age group. Now, if you see just this age group, we will just try to see all the data. Here, when we just scroll down, we can see that it is a number format 0 to 4, 10 to 14. Then there are some 100 plus, but you can see that there is a column value which is 14 October. Then you can see there is one more value which says 9 May. That means this is something which is came wrong. All other data is a numeric with like month and date, but this is something which is not correct right now. So we need to correct this, and there are various ways we can replace this. First of all, before replacing this, we'll see from where this came, whether it is in a source file, whether it is happen in this query editor while doing some transformation. We have these source files. Let's try to open one of the file here, and let's see means whether it does have anything like 14th of October, or maybe let's try to see 14th of October. Yeah, now you can see this is in actually source file only, does have this 14 October and 9 May as well, and rest of the things you can see it is maybe it is correct. Let's see means if we scroll down, you can see there are some groups which are correctly. Let's go back and let's see means how to correct this, how to replace this, and then there are various options available means how to replace this. Now when we say to replace, we have option like if you right click on here, and then we have this replace option, or in the home menu as well. You can see there is a replace option available is replace value. So let's try to click on this and value to find. Now this is one thing. Let's say means we wanted to find 14th of October, and what to replace it with. It's like 1014. Now you can see this is a replaced value. Now let's try to see means whether it is really available or not. Yeah, we have corrected this 1014, and it is not having that value. Now we can see 9th May as well here. Let's try to see how we can do this. Just try to select this 9th May, and we will just filter out here data. How we can replace? If you just select this and just click on this replace values, it will automatically come in. So it will just save our time to type it, and then we can replace it with, like, this is the one easiest way as well. Now we will type this as 0 to 0509, because that is what we wanted to, and we'll just replace it, and now this is replaced. The easiest thing is, like, means whatever we have filter, we can just remove this, and so that it will uh, show up all these values. Now you can see everything is all the values we should be there, and we don't have anything like a month name or somewhere. So this is how we can clean our data, and this is very useful. This the replace values is one function which is we can use to clean our data. When it comes to large volume of data, means this is very useful to search and replace it with the required value, because we are not exactly sure, means all the values which are coming from source will be clean or correct. That's what we can do with this replace function. And in this video we have seen about these three functions: append queries, working with the columns, and then replacing values. I hope you have understood this. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section, and if you like my video, then please like it and share it with others as well. Thank you for watching.